Alright, hello everyone. I am back with another video. I know it's been a minute. I apologize. I have, life's been lifing. I have not um, been able to mentally and emotionally make videos. And I've also had some things, prioritizing other things that need to be done. And I'm actually working on some of that stuff now in storage. But I know it's been a minute and I need to put out a video. And the topic today is something that happened. I had a friend who is a Jehovah's Witness, and they reached out to me, and I wasn't quite sure why. Because so this friend, we were friends for years. Our children played together as little ones, and they're adults now. And she was one of my favorite persons. However, and she reached out to me, and she had been shunning me like the past couple of years, 5 years I think it was. And so yeah, about 5 years. So she was also disfellowshipped herself also. And when during her disfellowshipping phase, we were communicating, hanging out, talking to each other, supporting each other. I actually introduced her to her new husband, and he's awesome. And they're happily married, been happily married for many years now. And but when she got married to him, she decided to go back to the hall, um, because she's married, so she's not fornicating, so she, you know, takes her husband back to the hall. So, her new husband back to the hall. So she's married, and they're attending the hall, and she gets reinstated, and I think he's just, I don't know if he's got baptized yet. He might have, but I don't know. But she reached out to me, and via one of my apps, and when I saw the message come through, I was happy to see it, but I wasn't quite sure. So I was like, I wasn't quite sure why she reached out, because I knew she had been shunning me, not wanting to talk to me. And the reason she gave was because she got reinstated, and because she got reinstated, she couldn't talk to me anymore. So she sent me a message saying she missed me, she wanted to talk to me. And so I responded back, texting back, and she said my phone number hasn't changed. I didn't have her phone number on my phone anymore. I sent her my phone number, and she called me. So in that conversation, she let me know she missed me, missed her too. But she also decided to let me know that the witnesses had decided to get rid of shunning. No more shunning. And if you're disfellowship, no more shunning. If you're inactive, no more shunning. So they are encouraging their members to actually reach out to family and friends who are disfellowshipped or are not active anymore, and actually to you can pursue a relationship with them more. There is no shunning. And so I was like, when did this happen? And she said a couple of months ago. And so she's been reaching out to family and friends. She has a sister that's fellowship too. She reached out to her. She reached out to me. And I thought, well, why? And she didn't give me the details as to why. And I have not done my homework and looked it up to see what's going on with that, or what. But where she is a witness at, they told her they made an announcement, I guess, sent out a letter, and witnesses are now allowed to actually interact with people who are disfellowship without there being any consequences. And I thought how interesting that is, because I was just thinking about those. I have an aunt who hasn't dealt with family members in 50 years because she didn't want to deal with them because they weren't witnesses. So she hasn't dealt with them in 50 plus years. And one of her relatives actually said that they could tell that she was depressed or upset. And this was a couple months ago. So I felt that the reason she might have been that way is because she had spent 50 years not talking to anyone. For real. I mean, she had like conversations, but 99% of the time, her conversations were about trying to convert a member. But it had been 50 years. 50 years of her being a witness, and no one else in her family converted over. So I thought that was interesting. And I was just thinking, maybe she might not even be thinking about it. I was thinking, but if I had been a witness for 50 years and I didn't deal with any other family members at all, and then now they're like, you know what? everything we said about what that scripture implies and how we should not deal with people and shun them, forget all that we said. Go on out and have relationships with those people. And you hadn't had any contact with people because they weren't witnesses. The whole bad association spoils useful habits. She took that to the heart and did not want to deal with people who weren't witnesses. She would speak to them long enough to witness to them, but she didn't want to deal with them like at all. Like be there for family meals and things like that. Like some witnesses would visit during the holiday season because it was only time for them to see their family. She was like, I don't want any of that. So, but now her husband's gone. She's pretty much on her own. She does have one kid. And they're saying, yeah, go ahead and deal with, go ahead and spend time with your family. She doesn't have very many close people at the hall that she deals with. So I was just thinking about what's her thought process right now, because she doesn't deal with me. She doesn't deal with me in over 20 years. Just even when I was not disfellowship active, going to the hall, in theocratic ministry school, raising my family, married and all that, she didn't want to deal with me just because she had a certain view of me, whatever. It didn't make sense. I had the conversation, didn't make sense, but she chose to shun me. I guess because I started out as a single parent first. I have no idea. But anyway, but yeah, my husband, she had no problem talking to him and dealing with him, and he's not even a witness, but it's crazy. Okay, so I'm going to end the video here because I actually have something I need to do, but I just wanted to check in and let you know that that took place, and I will discuss it further, and I will do some homework to see about what was it that was said in this letter that they sent out saying that shunning doesn't exist anymore. I know there was they changed it to removal, but she said no, that's not what it is. Like literally, there's no more shunning. Thank you again for all my new subscribers. Thank you for watching my videos, and I'll be back with another one ASAP. All right, talk to you later.